Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Will from the Hilliard Armory back with another video. I just wanted to make a quick one about a fresh installation on my Glock 17 build. This is a Factr USA trigger that I just dropped in. Now, I had an Apex trigger in this gun for about 2.5 years, but I just decided that it was time to finish the build off, get something that just matched. The red just wasn't working with the tin, titanium nitride, gold, whatever you want to call it, and the black. This gun will go in for Cerakote. I think I'm gonna go flat dark. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just go black because you know the frame is already black. The slide is like a DLC, but it's more like a charcoal or like a gray, like a dark gray. So I don't know, but it's gonna go in for a coat eventually. But that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I just wanted to bring up a comparison between the Apex trigger and the Factr. I will be throwing this into a Glock 17 build that I'm going to do with my factory Glock 17 slide. I have the factory slide yet with Trijicon HDXR night sights, and I decided instead of just letting that lay, I would get a Lone Wolf LGWF or some nonsense. Oh, it's a stupid name, but they manufacture aftermarket frames for Gen 4 Glocks, which I don't think any other company does. I could be wrong, but I'm not 100% on that. I don't think any other company does, however. But this is their frame that they manufacture, has like a straighter, like 1911-esque grip angle. If anyone owns a Glock that's watching this, you guys know about the Glock hump, how you have to like arc your wrist to get the gun flat versus holding a 1911. You have a more natural, you know, just like a more natural pointing of the gun. You don't have to put that arch in your wrist to get your sight squared off. So that being said, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're on the fence about purchasing an Apex trigger or purchasing a Factr trigger, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend the Factr trigger because this has a shorter take up. That's your take up. Your wall, you get to it, is right there. It's much more pronounced, but it's not heavier. In fact, said I could be wrong, but I don't have a pull gauge yet. I'm gonna get one. I'll get to that in a second. I think this trigger pulls a little lighter. The wall is much more pronounced and shorter, and the break is just a lot smoother. On the Apex, with the Apex plunger, you get your take up, which is a little bit longer, not much, but it's longer. Then you get your break or your wall. Your wall isn't as pronounced. It's like a rolling wall. So you get to your wall and you just kind of pull through it and then break. A lot of people like that. I don't. I like on Glocks, I like to feel the wall. When I feel the wall, I like to know it's there and I like to pull right through. It's just how it is for me with Glocks. I know quite a few people that are like that. So if you guys are on the fence about the trigger decision, if you're looking at Apex and you're looking at Factr, I highly recommend Factr. I'm beside myself with the fact that I just didn't buy one of these off rip. They weren't a huge company, and not that Apex is huge either, but they're pretty well known. They do these triggers for Smith & Wessons. I think they do them for H&Ks. I'm not sure. I don't own an H&K or HK, whatever. Sorry, H&K is a construction company in Pennsylvania that I know of. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say $135 for this kit. The Factr trigger, it's in the Factr packaging. I gotta go find the Apex package. $109 shipped to my house with the discount code COVID-19, 19% off your order. I'm not paid to say this. I paid for my kit. This is a thank you for your purchase and everything. I paid the $109. And as far as triggers go, it's the best $109 I spent so far. That being said, my next thing that I wanted to bring up was I have an Overwatch precision trigger coming in for my Glock 43X. Now, it's a different gun, but it's 9mm Glock. So how different is it? I don't know. But I'm going to get a trigger pull gauge. I'm going to drop that into the, the 43X then. And I'm going to drop the Apex into the Lone Wolf /17 stock slide hybrid that I'm going to build. And when I do that, I'll have all three guns for a YouTube video, and I'll compare the trigger pull on all three. So that I know of, those are the three most well-known trigger manufacturers, until you start getting into like super custom like race gun triggers from like Johnny Glock and shit, which are several $100s, and this is just my opinion, but in my opinion, a waste of money, because if you want to go race gun, go 2011. I have one. I have an STI. It's a cheaper one, but it's handcrafted, and that's a phenomenal gun. But you know, that's another video. I have a video on it. Not very popular, but I will say that that's the best shooting pistol I've ever shot. But that's a different application. All right, that's not practical for carrying. That's not practical for, well, you could blast it through like fucking John Wick. You know what I mean? With that thing, you know, home defense. But as far as home defense goes, this is like one of my home defense guns. I've got several, but this is just the one of them. And as far as a carry gun, you're not going to really carry a 2011 like that anyway, with a, you know, like a 1.7 pound trigger. But this trigger is astronomical. I am over the moon about it. I am super excited. I'm super happy that it's in here. It just looks the tits, and it is worth every penny. It's like $30 cheaper than going the Apex route, and I think, in my opinion, it's better. So anyone on the fence, there you go. You heard it from a guy that has had an Apex trigger for over 2 years, and I've put this in at 5 o'clock. It's now 5:24. I've been screwing around with it for the past 20 minutes. Last thing I wanted to touch on, I mentioned a couple videos ago that when I reached 50 subscribers, I was going to be giving away a Tyrant Designs Gen 4/Gen 5, or Gen 4 and Gen 5 magazine release for full-size Glocks. This will work in any full-size Glock, doesn't matter the caliber of the handgun, but I'm going to be giving this away. I think I'm like 40-something odd subscribers, so if you're interested in winning one of these for free, I'm going to give it to one of you guys. I just, as a thank you for subscribing to my channel and paying attention to the content that I do put out. I'm sorry it's been lackluster lately. I've been busy with work. I've been back to work. I've been making money and saving money and just buying gun parts. So that being said, if you're interested in winning, just subscribe. You'll have a pretty good chance, 1 in 50. You know what I mean? So thanks again for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Everyone that's reached out to me for any advice or just questions, I genuinely appreciate that too. I mean, I just like talking about guns, and I'm grateful for other people that like talking about guns too and asking about guns and stuff. So I'm just real thankful. So anyways, that's it. You know, like I said, this trigger, fucking bee's knees. So anyways, we'll see you in the next one, guys.